All right. This week we're gonna do a little bit of work on the boat again. I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna pull the carbs off, and I also got this water jacket cover. So I got or not the cover, but the gasket for it. So I did order a part. Doesn't look right to me, but I don't know. We'll pull it off and see. This is for the it's 1986 Mercury 90 horse 6 cylinder. So either way, the piece has to come off. So we're gonna strip it down and see what's up. Hopefully this is the right part, but something just looks off a little bit about it. Like it doesn't look wide enough, and I don't think the spark plug holes line up. I don't know if they sent me like the side gasket or not, but anyways, got to pop the cover off and take a look. Okay, so pop the cover off. Like that does not look right, but this looks like it's probably for the one behind the coil packs, which is good, so I don't need to change it, and that's a lot of work pulling all that off. So I will just have to return this part. That's the one for the side if you ever need it. There's the part number there. Or I guess I could just hold on to it as a pretty cheap gasket, and then I got it if it ever goes. But yeah, it's for that side under the pack. And the one I need is for this back one here, because I'm getting water leaking around number 6 there. So anyways, we're going to pop that off. I got to take this cover off here, pull this shield off, and then start pulling these. I've heard people say like be really careful with these. They can be kind of like seized on. This one seems good. I tried opening a few and they come off pretty easy, so get this cover off and pull that off. I got most of the bolts out for this cover. There's 3 in the bottom there. I'll probably have to use just a wrench for. Like I was saying before, they're prone to breaking. You can see there's like a lot of like, I don't know how well you can see that, just kind of like that rust and grime build up. Anyways, I did have one snap. It's this one right here. Oh no, which one was it? Maybe the one right below it. Yeah, this one. The nice thing is like you can get at it from the back side. Like it's not into the head, it's kind of through on the side. So you know, getting it drilled out and retapped might not be too big of a chore. So anyways, I'm gonna finish getting the rest of the bolts off. I'm thinking I'll probably have to pull the plugs to get the cap off, but we'll loosen it up and we'll just kind of take it from there first. So those bottom 2 in the corner, they're gonna be slow, and that one there too, because you can't get a socket in there and you can't really get your hand in there once they get loose. So it's just slow little quarter turns at a time or eighth turns at a time with the wrench. It would be nice to have like a socket wrench, but I don't, so it's just gonna take some time, but they'll come. Okay, got all the bolts off. Definitely like a little bit more like that kind of dirty looking dust near the bottom. Very tedious getting those bottom bolts. I'll be definitely getting like a ratchet wrench to put them back on. And then of course it's black fly season, so they've been buzzing around, poking at my head. Probably gonna get all new bolts for this. You can just I'll grab one of these here. You can kind of see they're all kind of just rusted out and gross looking. So I'll probably get all new bolts for that. I already had that one break off, so if I ever have to do anything again, I'm sure with time they're not gonna be good, but I'm gonna try to wiggle this off. I'll probably pop these 3 plugs out. Okay, so gasket doesn't look too crazy bad, but it's definitely like got this whoop. Did have a little rip there. Just make sure I got like no big cracks or anything. But like a little bit of crud and stuff down at the bottom there. I don't know. Looks to be in good shape. Alright, so that's what it looks like behind there. Just the water circulates through there. And so I'm gonna have to get another gasket because the one I got definitely is the wrong one. So I already phoned the dealership and they were very understanding, and will try and get me a new one as quick as they can. So I'll put the plugs back in just so nothing gets into the cylinders, and I'll just take a wire brush or a little emery cloth and get all this old gasket off on that and get it off this and clean it all up. It's too bad like the gasket doesn't look all bad, but it looks like it just, I don't know, got warped or something. Or maybe just old and hard, I don't know. Whatever, get a new one. Learned something new, how to do this. Alright, so got it all cleaned up. It's good. Got this piece all shaved down. Nice and clean. Nice and smooth. A couple little black spots from the gaskets here, but they're definitely like flat. You can't feel them at all. So got a new gasket. I got new plugs coming. They should be here tomorrow, I think. And then I'm gonna take these carbs off. So I'm gonna give a quick little review on this little rechargeable. It's a Motomaster cordless work light. Okay, so I love this light just being rechargeable. It's quite bright. I do need to clean it up a little bit, but anyways, I was looking for it for the longest time, and I just changed my oil in my truck the other day, and lo and behold, there it is, sitting right up top where I kind of reach in and put my oil filter in. So this thing rode on my truck for about 5,500 kilometers. It was dead, plugged it in, charged it up, still works. The magnet held it in place the whole time, so nonetheless, it's a heavy duty. Alright, so here's the new gasket. Definitely looks a lot straighter than the other one. The other one didn't look like crazy, it was warped. So I got the part from Protect Marine in Regina. They were good to deal with. And they said, yeah, it's pretty common for them just to get heated and warped. So I got everything all clean. Still gonna have to get that bolt out later, but I'll put it all back together. Like, it's only one bolt. I think it should be good. But I have to drill it out. I need better drill bits. Mine are just too slow. So I'll drill that out, and might have to retap it, but it is what it is. I'll get this back on. Got new spark plugs that should be coming tomorrow, so I'll just line that up, and it looks like a pretty darn good fit. So just kind of sitting on there, it looks like everything wants to kind of push that way. So I think when I put it on, I'll probably maybe pop a few of the bolts through as I put it, just to make sure that they're kind of lined up and in place. Maybe I'll do this side first, and then I'll just make it loose, and maybe I'll put a little plier in there just to pull it over and get it straight. But I should be able to see like right through with the light that, you know, whether the gasket's straight or not. So anyways, I'll get to that. I also went to Bolt Supply and picked up new bolts. So these are a grade 5 bolt, but they're pretty rusty, so I picked up a grade 5 stainless steel, which is pretty equivalent to like a grade 8 bolt, so should be good. It was like $7.40 for, I think it's 16 that I got, so pretty cheap. And like, considering like just the mess around of trying to, you know, if you ever have to change this again, just having to drill one out, I'd pay $7.40 to never have to do that again. So I know this little double one here that's at the bottom, so try and set this back in place here. And I'm not gonna suck them all in, I'm just gonna go get them just kind of a little bit here. And I did blow out and vacuum out all these little holes and sprayed them all too, so hopefully they're nice and clean and get some of that oxidation rust out of there. Get my little flashlight I was bragging about. Let's give it a little wipe. Be nice and bright now. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and put all these bolts in and I'll tune back in after. Alright, so I got these all in, got my grounds back on. I did pick up a ratchet wrench set today, so that was nice. Kind of helped for those bottom ones. Of course, they went in being brand new bolts, pretty easy by finger, but so these, I'm just going to do them all by hand. You don't want to over tighten them, but they're gonna go to 20 foot-pounds, so I'm just gonna lightly snug them all up, and then I got the torque drive there and finish them off with that. And then I'll just do the top ones by feel. Like I'll put them to 20, I'll kind of back it off, get a good feel for what the 20 feels like, just for the bottom ones, because obviously I won't be able to get the drive in the bottom 5 there, so that's how I'll do those. The reason for doing them all by hand is because like all this metal's, it can be easily stripped and cross-threaded, so you don't want that. Of course, now that I get a couple, I was just hitting the plugs going the one way. This will help. And the gasket does have like some thickness to it, so after I get them all in there, I'll probably go back over them all and make sure they're all still good. If you're gonna do things, just do them right. Take your time. There's a reason you don't over tighten certain gaskets, because they'll just flatten out and be too squished to work anyways. So okay, these bottom ones are going to be done by hand, so it's gonna, I know where this one, you know, just by looking at it. Let's do this one. So that's just about, like, for the leverage I can get on this, probably down there, it's going to be pretty close to about as hard as I can physically turn it, so that should be about, I mean, comfortably physically do it. Can always reef on it hard, but you can just tell when it's like just nice and snug. Yeah, that still reaches there, nice, good. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this little trick while I'm at it. It's for the compression test on that bottom cylinder. It's just hard to get a thing in there. I've watched a couple guys do it and they just fight to finally get it threaded. Anyways, one of my buddies, when we were testing mine, he just randomly pulled out a wrench and slid it over that end and right down to the end there, and kind of show you here. There we go. Felt it pop in there. There. And just twist it the rest of the way in, and nice and quick. I saw a lot of people like fight with these things for 10, 15, 20 minutes just trying to get them in. And anyways, hopefully that works for you. Obviously you gotta have the bendy one. Obviously I haven't done it in a while, but it took me like what, a minute to get in there. So something, little trick for you guys if you are testing the compression in these things.